Good evening, it's Lindsay. It's January 1st, 2026. And, I'm just thinking because yesterday I got a very odd text message from the San Antonio Police Department. I'm going to read it because I was like, what? This is weird. And that was on New Year's Eve, and this is what the message said. And I got this message at, let's see. The message I got the message at, showed up on my phone at 6:16 p.m. yesterday. I'm going to read it. The San Antonio Police Department wants to remind you that discharging a firearm into the air, celebratory gunfire, is not only illegal but dangerous. When bullets are fired into the air, they fall back down and can cause serious injuries or fatalities to innocent people. Well, really? Wow, I didn't know that. I'm just kidding. Discharging a firearm in the air can lead to severe legal consequences. If you hear gunfire or witness celebratory gunfire, report it immediately to the San Antonio Police Department's non-emergency line at 210-207-7273. Have a safe and happy New Year. And then we've got it in Spanish. El Departamento de Policía de San Antonio quiere recordarle que disparar un arma de fuego al aire. Okay, well, I'm not going to read all that, but they have the same message in Spanish. And I'm thinking, it's like, that's interesting because I know that. I would never fire a gun in the air. I mean, the only reason I would use a firearm would be for self-defense, to protect myself from an intruder. That's the only reason I would personally use a firearm, a gun. Now, what's funny, the reason I'm talking about this right now is because last night, after midnight, it was right around midnight, a little after, I heard outside on the street, maybe it was somebody driving by, but I heard like 3 really loud gunshots that sounded like they were right outside of my house on the street. Gunshots. I know they were gunshots. I heard them. And I'm thinking, I was like, wow, okay, that was right around midnight last night. So I was like, oh God. And I thought about that mess. I was like, should I report that to the police or just ignore it? I was like, fuck, what are they trying to shoot my window or shoot me? I don't know. You never know. But it was kind of frightening. And then, whatever. But yeah, I just had to talk about that. A little bit strange. A little bit of a odd coincidence, isn't it? Are they planning to assassinate me? Was this all planned, orchestrated? Are they trying to once again kill me by hiring some new hitman to come after me and kill me? Nah, I doubt it. I think I already survived that one attempt by that narcissist who was whatever. I don't even want to talk about that anymore. But at least now that I have the experience with what I've been through, that I know how to kind of like more easily detect somebody who's just full of shit lying to me and that has an ulterior motive, or that they're not who they say they are. I can already I'm pretty good at it because of the way they behave. I can kind of pick up on these things more, and but sometimes I don't talk about it. Like I normally talk about these things when I meet people or things happen to me that I feel like that they're lying or it was a setup. I don't always talk about every single encounter I have or every single whatever you want to call it episode or whatever, but I certainly get the hints because I guess that's my intuition kicking in. So that's all. Today's New Year's Day, January 1st. And that's all. Not much going on. I'm just resting right now. I actually, this morning, I slept till, 7 o'clock? No, I woke up at 5:20 this morning, which is normally later than I wake up. I needed the extra sleep, and then I got off to a little bit of a later start this morning because then I had to shower and wash my hair, so that was an extra. And then I did my workout, but nonetheless, I did do that every day. My exercising, which thank God I have that because that's what helps me. But I just wanted to just stay in bed and rest. I really wanted to just sleep till noon, but I didn't. I made myself get up and, I just don't like the cold. The cold weather has some kind of an effect on me, and it's really cold in the mornings, and I'm just not a person who is cold. I just don't. My body is, because I have a body that does not do well. Yeah, I don't think it's my circulation. I don't know, but I don't do well in the cold, really. I don't. It's like my body kind of shuts down in a way, sort of. Or other times it's like I have so much energy that I don't know what to do with it. It's hard to explain. Other times I have this huge burst of energy where the cold, I just don't even feel affected by the cold, because in this house it gets to it feels like it's like 25, 30 degrees. Every time it's winter, it feels like that's the temperature in the house. I'll put the heat on for maybe 20 minutes, sometimes spurts throughout the day of 20 minutes, 30 minutes, because it costs so much. But honestly, it other than that, it feels like it's about 35 degrees in this house, even colder than that most of the time when it's winter, which is pretty fucking miserable, in all honesty. It's miserably uncomfortable, very uncomfortable. And I don't like to wear a bunch of fucking layers and a bunch of clothes, especially when I'm exercising. I like to feel, I don't want to wear a big, heavy jacket or sweater or sweatshirt so I can move around easier. And I'm not in the fucking military, so yeah, whatever. I just had to talk about that. That's all.